YouTube, what is up? Welcome to the video. Today is day 2 in the full week of training. I did day 1, which was legs. If you didn't catch that video, that was my last upload. Make sure you catch that because that was a meaty, dense, robust, blue collar, hard leg day. I'm gonna throw all the cliches at you because that's what leg day deserves. But anyways, today's the fun stuff. We got a chest and back day. So I like doing a chest and back day, so I like doing the splits, legs, chest, back, shoulders, arms, repeat. Reason I like chest and back, recently I've been playing around with like a push-pull split, and I like that, it's fun, but for me, it's almost like leg day. It's like people are like, oh, isn't chest and back like 2 big muscles hard to train in one day? Well, you train your hamstrings and quads, and those are bigger muscles in one day, so I like the same structure kind of with my upper body, where I kind of alternate between those chest and back movements, and it's kind of more of a strength-focused day because I just hit those big compound pushing and pulling movements, and it's just a fun day. And then on the third day, I do shoulders and arms where I can like focus on kind of more of those like isolation exercises and really blow up my arms and shoulders, which I feel like are lacking. So to me, that's my favorite split, and that's why I'm making this training series, because that's been the split I've been following forever. And I've kind of tried out different stuff over the last couple months, but I'm going back to the split because if it works, baby, it works. So let's get into today's structure. We got chest and back, as I said. So I'm gonna go 6 movements, 3 chest, 3 back. And what I like doing on these days, because they're more strength focused, I'll alternate between a chest and a back. So I'm gonna start off with my heavy bench press and then my heavy pull-up. So those are my 2 compound movements I'm prioritizing. And the rep scheme I've been using for all my strength lifts these first 3 weeks, it's gonna be a top set of 5, so work up to a heavy set of 5, followed by a back off 3x8 at a lighter weight. So last week, for example, on bench, I did 303 for 5 and I did 280 for 3x8. This week, goal, try to go up at least 5 pounds. Now, bench is one of those moves where a 5-pound jump is a big difference for me. Which I hit that weight. Same thing with pull-up, top set of 5 followed by 3x8, and then I'm gonna get into dips, 4 sets of 6-8 of dips. Dips, I mean, I'll talk a lot about dips when we get there. I can't stress how important dips are. Dips are, they're like the upper body squat for a reason. They are a great movement. Do more dips, and then I'll go a chest support, a T-bar row. So I try to get a vertical and a horizontal for the back, and then we'll finish with some cable flies, some isolation, and then this pullover machine, which is second time I've ever gotten to use it. I've always wanted to use it. I've seen so many people talk about it. That specialty old school machine, I'm gonna use that, but I realize also a lot of people probably don't have that in the gym, so I'll show an alternative we can use instead of that. So, as always, I'm sipping on that raw. I got 2 scoops of the Savage lemon lime with some glycerol. Absolutely delicious, a treat. And then I'll put in my EAA Plus to stay hydrated. And I'm also rocking the Gymshark Fit, Gymshark tank. I don't know if you can see the pants there. We got the Gymshark shorts. So with both, with Raw, you can use code DYLAN to save, and with Gymshark, you goes DSHAN10 to save. But let's get rolling, fellas. I feel good. It's a Tuesday, vibes are high. It was a solid ass leg day yesterday. And yeah, let's quit talking and let's get started. All right, we'll get started with the warm up. So if you watch the leg day, I do the same thing for upper bodies. I always pick 3 movements, kind of prehab-ish movements to warm me up. So obviously benching and pull-ups are my main focus today. So I really want to warm up my rotator cuffs, my delts, my chest, just start opening stuff up. So 3 moves I like to do. I like doing a dumbbell external rotation off the knee, 10 reps each side. I'll go a prone W press for 10 reps and then a band pull apart for 15 reps. I'll go 2 rounds there. So to show the band or the external rotations, I like setting up on a bench so my knee's nice and high. You're just gonna grab a dumbbell, put your knee right on top of the bench, rotate down, come back up. Try to get nice and deep, really rotate at the shoulder here. So these are awesome, a really rotator cuff working on strengthening that area. Also a good pre-ab movement, you know, especially with benching, like keeping your shoulders healthy. Again, if you're somebody who just comes in and grips and rips in, starts benching, you know, hats off to you, nothing wrong with that. But if you wanted some extra prehab work, some stuff to get you warmed up, to keep you in it for the long run, then I feel like this is super helpful and necessary to kind of get you nice and warmed up. So we'll go 10 each side here. Go 1 more. So we'll go 10 here, and then we'll go 10 on the other side. This move we got, these are called prone W presses. So all you can do is think about keeping your thumbs up and pressing out. I like grabbing some like leg plates, like 2.5s, and really kind of warming up the shoulders again here. So here, thumbs up, squeeze those shoulder blades together. So don't be starting here, really squeeze, kind of bring your head up, and then press out nice and slow, come back. I'll go 10 here. This one I really like. This one just gets the shoulders feeling good, especially before you're about to press and really get the bench going. Again, all these are kind of like looping up the shoulders feeling good. So go 10 here, go 8, go 9, minus 10. Last one we'll go, we'll grab a band. So band pull apart here. We'll go from the side. So arms straight in front, shoulder blades, just keep it straight. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. So this one's good. Kind of warm up your rear delts, your traps, get them rolling, ready to go. So we'll go 15 here. Kind of get a little burn going before we get started. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So we'll go 2 times through. I'll go one more time. It takes literally like 5 to 6 minutes, but again, it's extra prehab work that you do twice a week can help serve you in the long run. Like those add up. Those are, you do 2 sets of that, 4 sets a week, that's some good stuff there. So we'll go 2 rounds there and then we'll get benching. All right, so starting off with bench, gonna get warmed up here. So weird low angle I got here, but I'm gonna get up to like 310 for 5. So kind of how I progress up, working up to weights. I just kind of do a couple weights. So I got like 155, I'll go like 5 here. Probably go like 225 for 5, 275. I think with warm-up sets, take as many as you need. Usually I do like 3 to 4 warm-up sets, but I'm not doing like 8 to 10 reps. I'm just doing like 3 to 5 reps, 1 to 5 reps, just to get a feel for the weight as I get warmed. Because especially with bench, I get fatigue, I get a pump. I'll probably get pumped up doing a set of 5 at 50%. So I always try to keep it lower and just get me ready for it. So one big thing though with my bench setup that I really do, and I got this off YouTube, so full circle moment, let's share it. So here, I always go thumb length from the bar. Now I go a little more narrow just because I'm shorter. Some people like to go pinkies at the knurling. I go a little closer just because I'm kind of used to that closer grip, so slightly off the knurling. And then I always pull my head up twice, and then that allows me to really get my shoulder blades down and ready. So that's a big thing, really getting a nice stable back here is really gonna allow you to push. And then I got my feet glued to the ground, my butt glued to the bench, and then from here, all I have to think about is just a big press. Oh, I gotta put the safety arms up. But we'll just warm it up, we'll go 5 here. All right, fellas, we got the first weight on the bar. We are gonna go 308 in American or 140 kilos. For my overseas friends, shout out the metric system as we got kilo plates on. And man, I know 1 kilo is 2.2 pounds, but I keep up to bust the old calculator out. But 308 pounds, perfect. It'd be up 5 from last week. So goal is 5 here and then drop it 3 by 8. But heavy set of 5. I'm gonna get a spot for this one because I'm unsure, and just to have that where I can really push it and not have to worry about it. So let's freaking get ripping.
Come on. Light. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Woo. Hell yeah.
Good money.
Oh, appreciate it, Chris. Hell yeah. All right, so hit 308, 140 kilos for 5. Now we got 130 kilos, 286 pounds, and the goal is a 3 by 8 here. So higher volume, higher rep, gasses me out, but I love sets 8. You get to like that 5th rep and all of a sudden your chest just gives up. So goal is to get 3 by 8 here, rip it out, try to get these reps. Let's do it, set 2, baby. Big setup, pull up, push those shoulder blades down, big press. Come on. All right, good set 8. All right, so finish those 4 sets of bench, heavy set of 5 followed by a 3 by 8. My chest is so freaking pumped up. Like I said earlier, like I do a set of 3 and my chest will be blown up. So people hate on bench. I love benching. I mean, who doesn't like to bench? Toss around some weight. Also, people who say it's not optimal, I don't know. It destroys my chest, so I'm always gonna flat bench. But did 140 or 308 for 5, and I did 130, 286 for 3x8, barely was getting those last reps, which is good, exactly where I want to be, like 0 reps in reserve. Now, we're gonna do the same thing for pull-ups. So I'm gonna go overhand grip pull-up here. So just a regular pull-up and add some weight. I'm gonna go top set of 5, 3x8. Pull-ups, one thing I really emphasize, just trying to get my chin above the bar. Now, I'm not like bringing my chest to the bar. I think as long as I get my chin in the bar, it's good enough. And then the big thing though is getting that full lockout at the bottom. So you don't want to come down where you're like half repping it, full lockout, because that's the hardest part, that big stretch at the bottom. So do a couple warm-up reps here. I like going like hands, not super wide, kind of like slightly wider than shoulder width, and then pull up, control, full lockout. So get a couple warm-up reps here. Get a feel in the old latissimus dorsi. Also, this pull-up bar was definitely made for us 5'10" canes because it's the perfect height I can reach, but my feet won't touch the ground, but I also don't need a plate to step up and grab it. So shout out Rogue, looking out for us 5'10" canes, us above average height canes, not short canes, medium height. But anyways, we'll get I'm gonna warm up, same thing, kind of feel up weight. I'll probably do a warm up set with a 45, and then first set I'm gonna go 85. So let's go. All right, boys, we got 85 here. The goal, also we popped the top. The goal here is precisely 5 reps. Really gotta reach, stretch. Big weight here, so we'll go 5 here. Maybe a slight kip at the end, but nothing too bad. Good 5. So set 4 here, so watching them back, I'm kipping a little bit too much in the last rep. Now, I kind of go back and forth on it. I don't think it's too bad. Usually, that's kind of a sign, like on pull-ups, like usually go to technical failure where it's like you can't get a rep without using a lot of momentum. So usually that's my sign. Like usually if the last rep I'm kipping, then I kind of reach like technical failure. So that first set was all right. The 5th rep, I definitely kipped a little more than I would have liked. Also count as 5 reps, and then I ended up doing 60 for 7. Couldn't get an 8th reps, and then I dropped it, did 55 for 8, and now I got 55 again. The goal is to get 8 here. So kips, I don't know. I don't hate on them. Like pull-ups, I want to load up to. Like this is a strength movement for me. I want to go heavy on them. Like obviously I want to have good form, like most things, but if it's the last rep, I'm kipping a little bit, I'm not going to cry over it. You know, it's nothing bad. Sometimes you gotta use a little body English and push yourself. So we'll go try to get 8 here, but let's rip it, fellas. Let's rip it. A little pull up, back is pumped up. We'll see how we're feeling here. Finish strong. Goddamn. Wow. All right. See, like on that 8th rep, I wouldn't have gotten unless I did a huge CrossFit kip. So 7 clean reps. That's good. You know, I literally couldn't pull myself up, so I can't be mad at failing. You know, sometimes you get mad at failing, like, oh, I want to get 8, but it's like, well, bro, you literally failed. You couldn't get another rep, so you can't really be mad at yourself. So 7, 8, nothing wrong with that. 8, I kind of use as a general guide. Like, that's why I like using ranges too now, where it's like, you know, I wanted to hit 5 reps that first one, 8 reps for those last 3 sets on both bench and this, but I know the weight was gonna be pretty heavy, so like, you know, if I were in that 4 to 5 range for that top set and then in that 6 to 8 for those back offs, you know, obviously fatigue's gonna start setting in. And obviously the intensity is important. I want to be training like 0 reps in reserve. So yeah, 7 reps there. Back's feeling good, but now the belt is just getting warmed up because it's dip time, fellas. Ooh, I love dips. 4 sets of dips. We're gonna load her up and we're gonna go at it, so let's go. We'll get into literally my favorite exercise, which is dips. I'm gonna go through how I set up for it. So I like putting the bar pretty high up, where it's like I kind of have to like get on my tippy toes and jump up to get there. And then one thing I really do, having a nice forward lean, I use this, like the front of the bar is like a guiding for my chin. So when I'm up here, I just keep my chin hovering right above it the whole time. Touch my chin to the bar. That's like my range of motion, just like you touch the bar to your chest on a bench and kind of maintain there. So it's coming up here, instead of coming back like this, really keeping that chin, a nice forward lean, big stretch, come back up. So dips, I mean, probably one of the best exercises because you can get so freaking deep. I know a lot of people struggle with shoulder pain, so if you are, kind of working your limitations, but if you're able to, man, load these suckers up. Also, I think what helps a lot is the bars you use. Like this rogue bar is nice because the bar comes out instead of going straight back, so I think it gets wider as you go, so kind of is a little nicer on your shoulder. So if you use a bar like this, definitely helps. But we're gonna go 4 sets, 6-8. I am gonna go 335. That's another thing I do with dips and pull-ups. When I'm factoring in the percentages, I use my body weight too. So for example, my max dip is 425 because it's 200 pounds body weight, because you're moving your body weight, 425 pounds or 225 pounds added. So like when I'm calculating percentages from it, rather than doing 80% of 225, like that's gonna be like 200 pounds. And I would not be able to hit that for 6 to 8 reps, Whereas if I did 80% of 425, which is what it actually is, it's like 135-ish, which is where I should be. So I think sometimes, especially with pull-ups and dips, factor your body weight, because if you're doing the percentages based off just the straight weight, that's gonna be a lot heavier and you're not gonna be able to hit as many reps. So that's a little thing to use, but let's get into our dips and let's load these suckers up and let's pop the damn top. You can hear me, the mic's below there because I popped the top, but I just finished the first set. I did 7 reps, 135. I'm gonna stick with this weight for all 4 sets. I'm just going until freaking failure, so I can't get any more reps. Ooh. So let's freaking rip it. All right, another 7 there. Yeah, that's good stuff. I got 2 more. All right, got set 4 here, boys. Let's get it. Oh, I'm right on that mic. I'm sorry. It's be heavy breathing. All right, good stuff there. Oh, I got 7, 7, 7, 6. God, I love dips. I freaking love dips. Do your dips. All right, we're done with this. We'll move on to our next back movement. We're gonna go a row, a chest-supported T-bar row. We got T-bar row next. This one's a freaking sneaky little one. It's like an old school one. It's got 3 different grips. So I like using the overhand grip, kind of more upper back. But it's like a lot heavier than a traditional T-bar row, and you go 1 at a time. I'm gonna go 2 at a time. But the weight's a lot farther in front. Kind of a sneaky little back pump. But the one thing is, on the setup, it's a little awkward because like where you have to set it up, I'm like right in that weird height zone where it's like 1 peg up, I wanna get enough range of motion, 1 peg down, it's too much. So like, I gotta get one side wrapped up, hold it as I'm getting the other side. So add a little isometric to it. Can't go wrong with it, but we'll go 4 sets, 6 to 8 range here. So talk about like doing a vertical, then a horizontal, and then on the next chest back day, I'll start with a horizontal and then do a vertical. So just keep it simple. Hit your back from all angles, and a chest supported row you can't go wrong with. Thunder. Thunder. All right, getting set up's the hardest part.
All right, now we're locked in. It's a big stretch. Squeeze. Stretch. Squeeze. Sheesh. Ooh. All right, nice 8 there. All right, so 4 sets of rows finished. Huge stretch in the back. On every, well, chest and back, all I think about is getting a huge stretch, whether that's on me pulling down and squeezing at the top. On these, that's what I'm thinking on these. And now I'm doing flies, sorry. Now I'm thinking about squeezing, stretching. So we're gonna go 3 sets here. Just go to failure, blow it up. I've been doing standing cable flies, but this machine, another elite machine here. You get so deep in it and you're seated nice and stable, so get some chest isolation. Squeeze, oh yeah. Stretch. Squeeze. Stretch. Squeeze, oh yeah, baby. Stretch, stretch. Yeah, squeeze. Oh, man. Whew. That is elite. Stretch and squeeze. Just think about that every time you're doing a chest or a back movement, and you'll get a good mind and muscle connection. We'll go 3 sets there, and then we'll get to our last back movement. So alternating chest back, chest back, chest back. Blow it up, baby. All right, pullover time. This machine is freaking awesome. I feel like Dorian Yates. 3 sets, rip it, stretch, squeeze. Come on. All right, fellas, camera died literally right at the perfect time, right at the end. Might have missed like the last rep there. But anyways, to recap, hit 3 sets of that pullover. And what I actually ended up doing on those flies and pullovers on the last set is I did a little rest pause. I went till failure and then I rested 20 extra seconds and then got as many extra reps as possible. Rest pauses are great to get some extra reps. I kind of use them towards the end of a session, like on the last set of an exercise for a muscle for that group to really fatigue it, but also use them sparingly. They're very fatiguing, and if you're doing a higher volume, then maybe you don't need them. I don't know. I like doing high volume and high intensity. Whatever. They feel good though. So I did 2 sets, or I did a set on the end of the last exercise there. But those pullovers, those were awesome. And I realize most people probably don't have a pullover machine like that, those Nautilus ones. That was my second time using it, and I can see why all the hype is, and I will be definitely keeping that in the rotation. But if you don't have that, you can go straight arm pull down like I got here with a cable, which is a great alternative to that. Another great exercise that really feel your lats, target your lats there. But to recap the session, 6 exercises with a chest back, chest back, chest back. Really like that structure, alternating between the 2. You can do a number of ways. So sometimes I do my chest and back work. You could do all your chest, then all your back. You could alternate chest back, chest back. You could do maybe your main chest, your main back, and then cluster your 2 chest, your 2 back. A million ways to do it. I like the alternating fashion on these days because I feel like it's better for strength. Because the first 4 movements are more like strength. I mean, everything I do is kind of strength size focused, but I want a little more rest because if I do dips straight after my bench, I probably wouldn't be able to hit as much weight because I would have been fatigued, just like if I do the rows after my pull-ups. So kind of that rest in between really does help. Now on my later day, day 5, which we'll see later next week, I do my main back, then my main chest, and then I do my 2 back, then my 2 chest, because that day, little less strength focus, a little more isolation. So I kind of like the feeling of that pump after I get those main movements in. So again, a million ways to do it. No right or wrong way. All that matters is you train hard and you're consistent. So appreciate everyone who watches this upper lift. Again, full week of training. I got day 1 up of the leg day. This is day 2. We're going to have the rest of the week. We're going to have 3 videos this week, 3 next week. Super excited to show my training. Also on this day, I am going to do some cardio. I am not going to show that because cardio is so boring to watch. But what I'm doing for cardio is just 45 minutes of like steady state. I've actually been doing incline walking on a treadmill, just get a nice steep angle and sending up at a speed where my heart rate's like around 130. But you can go on a bike, ski erg, whatever. All it is just keeping your heart rate kind of in that steady state where it's nothing too intensive. And I like doing these because I'm someone, obviously I like working out a lot and I like doing different stuff, but I used to do a lot of this higher intensity conditioning. It would impede on my strength stuff. Obviously my main focus is strength, power, building muscle, those things I care about. But obviously I want, cardio is important for longevity, also burning fat. So implement that, and I'll probably do some abs as well with it, maybe 1 or 2 ab exercises, and I'll make sure I include that in my next video when I do this again on Friday. So appreciate everyone who watches. As always, you guys are goated. Stack the damn days, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.